Aman, what is going on? What is that?
So, we have a circuit board here, we have the flowers. What's happening is the electric signals are being transmitted to this device,
Okay.
which is being converted into musical notes or MIDI notes that
MIDI.
are able to be communicated to the computer here.
And then the computer is making music, but it's essentially the flowers that are making music.
Yeah, exactly. It's the flower that's pressing the keys, basically. We've selected an instrument, but the flower's playing the music.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what happens if you touch them? Does that change
So
something?
right now it's pretty quiet. You can see not much sound. It's kind of making some sounds, but if you touch it, you can try it, Krishna, and see
If I touch it.
what happens.
Oh
See
wow.
how much charge is there now.
Wow. So there is a relationship
Absolutely.
between my electric impulse and the flowers.
See that?
It's
Look at that.
amazing.
Look at that.
It's wow.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Because
Aman, this is extraordinary.
we also have electric signals, so everything that's alive has electricity. So when we touch the plant, it's a combination of our charge and the charge of the flower. So it's this kind of collaboration, this interactiveness that's going on. So we're both creating this music.
This is incredible. So I'm here with my friend Aman and of course with the flowers in Solitude Farm. I've known Aman for a couple of years now. You came to do a workshop with me.
Yeah.
You want to tell everyone like where you're from and what's led you to this?
So this started with, actually it did start kind of here with the workshop, because that was kind of my first intro to nature and permaculture and a different way of being and connecting with nature. And then I started a mushroom farm, which basically, again, just seeing the mushrooms grow and kind of realizing that these things are alive and they have personality, and this journey just developed. And then I was like, okay, what if we can kind of communicate somehow with these beings that are alive? And then I found this guy who's doing this basic format of converting the electric signals to sound and song, and his name is Tarun, and he goes by Modern Biology, and he does
On
this
Instagram?
on Instagram. Yeah.
Modern Biology, okay.
Yeah, he does this thing called the Mushroom Church,
Okay.
which is, it sounds funky, but it's basically him having mushrooms, and like all kinds of mushrooms, oyster mushrooms and different kinds, and plugging these electrodes to them,
Okay.
and then it producing different sounds with a synthesizer.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
he does that in churches.
He does that in churches.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He goes around the world and just rents out the
It
church.
sounds like it's almost, I mean, when you hear that,
Yeah.
it's something very soothing.
Yeah.
It's almost touching the heart. It sounds like that. It's almost like some sort of sacred journey he's bringing
Yeah.
people on.
Yeah. It's like a meditation. Like
Wow.
the way he does it, he kind of brings everyone to a relaxed state, and then frames it in a way where it's a collaboration between us and nature, that we're not actually separate, and it's this kind of like, okay, let's tune into these frequencies that are, these sound frequencies that are, we usually don't tune
They're
into.
there,
They're there.
but we can't perceive them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what about the hardware? What's this little circuit board? Can you show us about this?
Right. So it's basically just a circuit board, and it's for those who know about hardware engineering. It's using an Arduino board, which is highly programmable. So it's just the mind's creativity. It allows for anything. So you can basically get this online. There's this company in Italy. That's where I got it from, and it's this home-based company that builds these out of their home.
Okay.
And it's called SPAD Electronics.
So we can share the link on
Yeah.
this video so
Yeah.
people could actually, because this is all open source
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This isn't like someone's business trip. This is
Yeah.
something that I think people want humanity to know about,
Yeah.
and to go deeper into the relationship with plant consciousness. no?
100%, yeah, 100%.
Right.
It should be, just another medium for us to connect with nature. I mean, people do have a natural connection with nature, but I think we've kind of lost it as a whole, as a society. And so this is just a bridge, a kind of like, we've gone down this tech you know, mechanistic route that we can kind of use to then get back to nature, you know, to
Right.
tune into these frequencies, like you said, that exist.
And touch the flowers and
Yeah.
oh wow. It's so magical. Over the last 4 days, I hadn't seen Aman for maybe like a year and a half or something, and then for the last 4 days we've been doing this together. We've been playing every day. The first time was at night.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you mentioned that at night, maybe because the plants are not photosynthesizing,
Yeah.
we couldn't hear them. Can we try now?
Yeah.
The electrode on a plant in the daytime? Like, what will that give a sound? Do you
Let's
think?
try it out.
So this is a ramphal plant.
Some sound.
Wow.
Just-
And if we touch it, seem to get louder, no?
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Everything is alive.
But
right?
at night it wasn't working,
Yeah.
and that might be due to the photosynthesis.
Yeah, it makes sense because the plant then puts its energy in the roots.
Right.
And which is why when we put it in the soil at night,
Oh man,
it
that
was insane.
that was like a cosmos.
Yeah.
The in the soil, because you've got millions of microorganisms, molds, bacteria.
Fungus, all of it.
When I say that, it's like a farm tour, you know. But we're talking about Bhumidev.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she is alive,
Yeah.
and we can hear her.
Absolutely.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
And then yesterday we put it on the breadfruit.
Yeah.
The breadfruit has a particular song.
Yeah.
But then the lady swinger has another song.
Completely
The
different.
salad leaves have a
Yeah.
different song.
Yeah.
The flowers have a particular
we
song.
have different sounds.
Yeah, and what I found really touching was the this guy is. You really want to be part of this conversation, don't you? Maybe we
Quite
can put volume. We have to be heard on the camera, otherwise they can't hear what we're saying. Thank you. Sorry. It was very interesting in doing this at the cafe
Yeah.
and seeing the reaction of people.
Yeah.
So we did it on the digits of children or
Yeah.
grandparents,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we did it on mothers and children who were hugging,
Yeah.
and did it on one person, one another person. And it seems that, I mean, we have to be careful not to interpret,
Yeah.
because it's an electric signal
Yeah, it is. It's
being
just
transformed to MIDI into music. You know, you can say all sorts of spiritual words and what you want, but that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
However, everyone seemed to be touched.
Yes.
Everyone seemed to be soothed.
Yeah. And there were changes as people touched and hugged and
Yeah.
different relations. So these changes exist. We can make of it, like you're saying, we can make of it what we want. But the fact is, we put it on the flower, it's different. We put it on the plant, it's different. You and me, different.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I remember my wife did it, no, and she then sat in
Yeah.
like some sort of meditation, and it went very quiet.
yeah.
And then she was remembering when she was pregnant with our daughter, and it made a very beautiful loud noise. And yesterday, this lady, she's like a yogi, she came and it was like little arpeggios.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
birds twittering, no?
Like natural harmony.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating. So, like, what do you want to do with this? Like, I mean, we've been playing for 4 days. I know you have to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if you stay around, we just play every day.
Oh, I
like
I
kids,
would love that.
no?
Yeah.
But what do you have some sort of vision for
Yeah.
this? Like, where do you see this going?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it with the whole kids thing. You know, like returning back to this childlike wonder towards nature. You know, like how a child will see a tree for the first time that has strange leaves, and it kind of it's curious. It's like, what is this? You know, like it's recognizing this being as alive.
It's bringing back an innocence.
An innocence, exactly.
Yeah, an availability.
Yeah,
Almost.
exactly. It's just establishing another way to connect with nature for
Right.
those who, you know, have different modes, different language. You know, like this is a language. I think music is a very universal language. So everybody loves music, and if we can kind of use music as this bridge, this conversation between us and nature, it's
So, talking about music, do you think that there's an interaction? Like, we did some videos of us playing music, both of us. We
Yeah.
were both playing guitars, and I think you were on keyboards at one point.
Yeah.
Do you think that there could be an interaction with the?
I think so. I think absolutely. I think there can be this kind of conversation in terms of jamming with plants. Like,
Okay.
I think the plant will then respond to the music that you play. So it's like how you're jamming with another being, another human being. I've had subjective experiences where I've been playing and I felt like the plant was responding.
Right.
But again, maybe I'm interpreting.
Yeah, we
maybe
have to be careful.
we have to be
However,
careful, yeah.
however, there's a world out there that we don't know. So we're exploring in a very childlike, innocent way, and
Exactly.
I think that's beautiful. Can we try now
Let's
a
do
little
it,
bit?
yeah.
Should we change to
the
the flowers
yeah.
or to maybe the sunflower or something?
let's
There,
try
there's
that.
a Mexican sunflower there.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Let's try it.
We never tried this yet. It's interesting. It's super interesting. I mean, it feels to me like I'm just playing along with whatever sounds come. I can't be sure if the
Yeah.
if the flower is responding to me, but it's definitely something. I imagine if you went into it, I mean, it's like when they started to research the sounds of dolphins. No,
Yeah.
they couldn't. It's taken them decades,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they got some understanding. So I guess this is something that you're going to be busy with your life with to
Definitely,
explore.
yeah.
But I can imagine albums. I can imagine the Butterfly Pea album
Yeah.
and the Breadfruit album
Yeah.
and the Symphony of Flowers album
Yeah.
and
I think Solitude Farm is perfect for that because it's such a like it's a food forest and there's all kinds of we can hook up different plants and then each having its own different instrument
Yeah.
and this kind of album like
and the
produced
plants
by
are really
Solitude Farm.
alive. Like people mention that when they eat and they go, "Oh wow, the food is so good."
Yeah.
That's because of the soil. So the
Exactly.
soil has a frequency, and that frequency is nothing less than electric impulse.
Yeah, yeah.
So in a sense, you know, we're eating music.
We're eating music, yeah.
As
It's
well.
all vibration. I mean,
It's vibration.
science has proven that, you know, ancient wisdom has proven that. It's just tuning into different vibrations is what we're
Right.
doing here. Yeah.
And it's healing. It seems to be healing. Everyone is being touched, no,
Yeah.
by like that. And you've just launched your Instagram.
Right, yeah.
That's called the
The Shrooman Show.
Schumann Show.
Yeah.
So people can contact you there
Yeah, yeah.
and find out more about what you're doing. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's all unfolding right
It's
now
all
for you
unfolding,
now.
and the sky is the limit. I mean, there's. I'm planning to hook up different sensors that can sense different aspects of the space. So I want the space to do the orchestrating.
like
If we're
the
talking
air.
about the air, yeah,
wind,
the wind, different elements,
humidity,
humidity, water, and then kind of like hooking that up to different aspects of the sound. So, and even our own inner world. There are
Okay.
these EEG sensors that sense our meditation, our waves, and how they change as we relax and as we
Brain
meditate.
waves and
all of that. So if we tap into these different waves, we can create art. This kind of medium.
and maybe have different expressions of the electric impulse, maybe visual as well,
Yeah.
as well as audio. No,
Yeah, absolutely. I
that's
think.
really fascinating.
Yeah.
So, if people contact you, you're willing to go and meet them and do things with them, and that's
jam.
amazing.
Let's jam with nature, Let's
Jam
do
with
it.
nature. I
Yeah.
think this is so beautiful. I know it's been really, really unexpected. I think for both of us.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And it's really touching me because when I'm with the nature, I can feel her almost talk to me, not with words, but there's a communion in such a beautiful place like Solitude, and this just brings it to another level that I could never have imagined. So Aman, thank you so much, man, for sharing this with me. It's precious beyond words.
Thank you, man. Thank you for giving
Yeah.
me the opportunity with this space. You feel how everybody can feel how alive this place is, and it's what you bring to it. And just again, to bring this dimension is just it's beautiful. Yeah.
Should we just have a goodbye from
Yeah.
the blue flowers before we go? Let's just let them sign off. Bye, flowers. Say goodbye to our audience.
Bye bye, flowers.
Oh wow!
It's beautiful.
I quite like that yesterday when we did that, where we even went close and it seemed to didn't touch it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say, but it's
Yeah.
very fascinating.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah.
Aman, thank you, my
Brother,
friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
So, check out Aman's YouTube channel and his Instagram, and you can contact these guys for the Mushroom Church,
Yeah.
and for the guy in Italy who makes these circuit
Yeah.
boards,
I'll leave all the links in the.
and you can start this yourself.
Yeah.
See you later.